Duggar family. A leaked email allegedly written by Josh Duggar has started making headlines online, and the internet cannot stop talking about one specific word inside that email: narcissists. The email, which reportedly surfaced through anonymous sources connected to former family insiders, appears to show Josh opening up about his personal struggles, his relationship with the outside world, and even tensions inside his own circle. While the authenticity of the email has not been officially confirmed by the Duggar family, many online communities believe the writing style strongly resembles Josh's previous statements. And now fans are asking one major question. Was Josh Duggar secretly talking about his own family? Or was he referring to the critics who have followed him for years? Before we get deeper into the leaked message itself, it's important to understand why this situation is exploding across social media right now. Josh Duggar has remained one of the most controversial figures connected to reality television history. Once introduced to audiences as the oldest son of the ultra-conservative Duggar family from 19 Kids and Counting, Josh was originally portrayed as the responsible eldest brother, deeply religious and family-oriented. But over the years, scandal after scandal completely changed public perception. From past misconduct allegations to his highly publicized legal troubles, Josh became the center of intense media attention. His downfall also impacted the Duggar family's image, eventually contributing to the cancellation of their television empire. And through all of this, one person stayed by his side: Anna Duggar. For years, Anna has continued supporting Josh publicly despite enormous backlash online. Many people have questioned why she never distanced herself from him, especially after the serious controversies surrounding his criminal case. That's exactly why this leaked email is causing such a massive reaction. Because according to reports, the email was supposedly addressed directly to Anna. And the tone inside it is very different from what people expected. Instead of sounding emotional or apologetic, many readers describe the message as defensive, calculated, and strangely philosophical. At one point in the email, Josh reportedly discusses people he believes manipulate others emotionally. He allegedly writes about narcissists who twist situations and control public narratives. That single line immediately triggered endless speculation online. Who exactly was he talking about? Some internet users think Josh may have been referring to media outlets and critics who constantly discuss his past. Others believe he could have been hinting at people much closer to home, possibly former friends, family members, or even religious figures connected to the Duggars. And then things became even more intense, because several body language analysts and online commentators started claiming the wording in the email sounded less like self-reflection and more like projection. In other words, critics argue Josh may actually have been describing behaviors many people already associate with him. That interpretation quickly spread across TikTok, Reddit, and YouTube commentary channels, especially after one viral post pointed out how often narcissistic personalities accuse others of manipulation while avoiding accountability themselves. Soon, thousands of comments flooded social media. Some users defended Josh, saying the public has unfairly demonized him for years and that nobody truly knows what happens behind closed doors. But others strongly disagreed. One commenter wrote, "Calling other people narcissists while refusing to acknowledge your own actions is wild." Another person posted, "This email feels like someone trying to rewrite history." Meanwhile, Anna Duggar's silence is becoming another major topic of discussion. So far, Anna has not publicly addressed the leaked email or the online reaction surrounding it. In fact, neither Josh nor any official Duggar family representative has released a direct statement about the situation. That silence is only making curiosity grow stronger. Because people are wondering, did Anna already know about this email? Was it truly private? Or was it intentionally leaked by someone connected to the family? Some insiders believe the leak may have come from someone frustrated with the Duggar family's continued secrecy. Others think the timing is suspicious, especially as renewed public interest around the family continues growing through documentaries and online investigations. And according to several entertainment analysts, the Duggar name still generates enormous traffic online because audiences remain fascinated by the contrast between the family's public image and the scandals that later emerged behind the scenes. That contrast is exactly why every new controversy spreads so quickly. especially when it involves personal messages. Private emails have a unique effect on audiences because they feel raw and unfiltered. People often believe they reveal someone's true self in ways public interviews never can. And if this leaked email is genuine, many viewers think it may reveal how Josh currently sees himself and how he views the people around him. But here's where the story gets even more complicated. Several experts who study public scandals say controversial figures sometimes adopt victim narratives after major backlash. This can involve framing themselves as misunderstood, unfairly targeted, or manipulated by others. Critics online now believe portions of Josh's alleged email may fit that pattern. However, supporters argue there's another side to the story the public never hears. They claim media coverage surrounding Josh has been relentless for years, and that constant scrutiny could affect anyone psychologically. Still, others say sympathy becomes difficult when discussing someone with such a long history of public controversy. As the leaked email continued spreading online, internet investigators began analyzing every sentence in detail, almost like decoding a hidden message. And one section in particular started raising serious questions. According to screenshots circulating online, Josh allegedly discussed the idea of people creating false versions of reality. He reportedly claimed certain individuals use emotional manipulation to control how others think and react. That wording immediately caught attention because many viewers felt it sounded unusually psychological and strategic. Some even compared the language to self-help forums and personality analysis discussions, often associated with toxic relationship dynamics. And suddenly, a new theory began circulating online. What if this email wasn't just a private emotional message to Anna, but an attempt to influence how she views everyone around her? That possibility sparked heated debates across social media platforms, especially among former fans of the Duggar family who have spent years analyzing the family's strict religious culture and internal power structure. A number of online commentators argued the email appeared designed to isolate Anna emotionally, subtly encouraging her to distrust outsiders while relying more heavily on Josh himself. Whether that interpretation is accurate or not, the speculation exploded fast. Because many people already believe Anna has lived under enormous pressure for years. Ever since Josh's scandals became public, Anna has faced constant scrutiny herself. Some critics accuse her of enabling him by remaining supportive, while others view her as someone trapped inside an extremely controlling environment. That's why every new piece of information connected to their marriage immediately becomes headline material. And according to relationship experts discussing the situation online, the use of words like narcissists inside personal conflicts can be extremely powerful. Why? Because labeling someone a narcissist instantly changes how others perceive them. It frames one side as manipulative, toxic, dangerous. And once those labels appear, relationships often become even more emotionally complicated. Some psychologists commenting online warned that terms like gaslighting and narcissism are now so common on the internet that people sometimes weaponize them during personal conflicts. Others argued the leaked email reflects a broader cultural trend where everyone tries diagnosing each other instead of communicating honestly. But despite all the analysis, one mystery still remains unanswered. How exactly did the email leak in the first place? That question has opened another massive wave of speculation. Some internet users believe someone close to the Duggar family intentionally released the message. Others think the email may have been obtained through private correspondence connected to ongoing investigations or legal monitoring. There are even conspiracy theories claiming the leak was strategically timed to distract from other Duggar-related controversies resurfacing online. At this point, nobody truly knows. And that uncertainty is only fueling more attention. Meanwhile, several former followers of the Duggar family have started resurfacing old interviews and clips involving Josh, looking for signs that connect to the tone of the leaked message. Certain moments are now being re-examined very differently. For example, some viewers point to older interviews where Josh appeared highly controlled and careful with his wording. They argue the leaked email sounds far more personal and emotionally revealing than his public persona ever did. Others disagree completely. They say the message still feels calculated, almost like someone carefully crafting a narrative instead of speaking openly from the heart. And then another shocking rumor started circulating. Some online commentators claimed Anna herself may not have wanted the email to remain private. Now, there's absolutely no confirmed evidence supporting that theory. But it spread quickly because many viewers believe Anna could eventually decide to distance herself from Josh publicly. For years, rumors about tension inside their marriage have appeared online repeatedly, especially after Josh's legal issues intensified. However, Anna has consistently remained loyal in public appearances and family interactions. Still, the leaked email has reignited conversations about whether her silence truly reflects support or survival. That distinction matters deeply to many observers, especially former members of strict religious communities who say appearances can sometimes hide enormous internal struggles. Several women who claim to have grown up in environments similar to the Duggar family's beliefs shared emotional reactions online after reading about the email. One viral post read, "When you're taught loyalty matters more than your own well-being, situations like this become incredibly complicated." Another wrote, "People keep asking why Anna stays. They don't understand how deep religious conditioning can go." These conversations push the controversy far beyond celebrity gossip. Now the situation is also becoming part of a larger discussion about control, belief systems, marriage expectations, and emotional influence inside highly conservative communities. And because of that, interest in the Duggar family has suddenly intensified again. YouTube channels began posting breakdown videos. TikTok creators started analyzing the alleged email line by line. Reddit threads exploded with theories, timelines, and psychological interpretations. Some creators even compared this situation to other famous celebrity scandals, where leaked private messages dramatically changed public perception overnight. But despite all the noise online, one crucial fact remains. Nobody has independently verified the full original email publicly. Most people are reacting to screenshots, summaries, and secondhand reporting. That means context could still be missing. And that missing context might completely change how certain lines are interpreted. Still, in today's internet culture, perception often spreads faster than facts. By the time clarification arrives, millions of people may already have formed strong opinions. That's exactly what seems to be happening now with Josh and Anna Duggar. And according to media analysts, the longer the family stays silent, the more speculation will continue growing. Because silence online rarely stops controversy. Now, as the controversy surrounding the leaked email continues gaining momentum, many people are beginning to ask a much bigger question. Could this become another turning point for the Duggar family legacy? For years, the Duggars represented a very specific image in American reality television: faith, family values, discipline, and tradition. Millions of viewers watched them believing they were seeing the picture of a perfectly structured household. But over time, that image slowly cracked. And with every new scandal, leaked report, or insider story, more people started questioning what was really happening behind the cameras. That's why this latest email controversy feels so significant to many longtime observers. Because unlike public statements written by lawyers or media teams, a private message, especially one filled with emotional language, can feel far more revealing. Whether the leaked email is authentic or not, people believe it exposes something important. The psychological battle surrounding public image, loyalty, and control inside one of reality TV's most controversial families. And interestingly, public opinion appears deeply divided once again. Some viewers believe Josh Duggar deserves absolutely no sympathy after everything that has happened over the years. To them, the leaked email feels like another attempt to shift blame and avoid responsibility. Others see a more complicated picture. They argue that regardless of someone's past actions, living under constant public hatred for years can dramatically affect a person mentally and emotionally. That disagreement is creating two completely different narratives online. One side sees manipulation. The other sees desperation. And somewhere in the middle stands Anna Duggar, silent, watched by millions, while the internet debates her entire life in real time. For many people, Anna has become one of the most mysterious figures in the entire Duggar story. Some see her as fiercely loyal. Others see her as emotionally trapped. And some believe she may simply be trying to protect her children from even more chaos and media attention. Because no matter how viral these headlines become, there are still real people living behind them. Children, relatives, family members who continue dealing with the consequences privately while the internet discusses every detail publicly. That reality has led some commentators to criticize the obsession surrounding the Duggar family altogether. A few media analysts warn that internet culture sometimes turns serious personal situations into entertainment too quickly. They argue audiences often forget there are human consequences attached to viral scandals. But at the same time, critics respond that public accountability matters, especially when someone spent years building influence through family-centered television and religious messaging. And that tension between accountability and privacy is exactly why this story continues attracting attention. Especially now that the word narcissists has become the center of the entire conversation. Because psychologically, it's a loaded word. The moment someone uses it, audiences immediately start choosing sides. Who's manipulating who? Who's telling the truth? Who's the victim? And perhaps most importantly, who controls the narrative? In today's digital world, controlling the narrative can be almost impossible. A single screenshot can travel across the globe within minutes. An anonymous leak can dominate headlines overnight. And once millions of people begin interpreting a story through their own emotions and experiences, the original truth often becomes harder and harder to separate from speculation. That's exactly what appears to be happening here. Right now, there are still far more questions than answers. Was the email authentic? Who leaked it? Why was it leaked now? And what did Josh truly mean when he referenced narcissists? Until official confirmation appears, much of the internet discussion will remain speculation. But one thing is undeniable. The Duggar family name still carries enormous public fascination. Even years after their television dominance ended, every new controversy instantly becomes global conversation material. And perhaps that says something bigger about modern culture itself. People are endlessly drawn to stories where public perfection collides with private scandal, especially when religion, fame, secrecy, and family dynamics are all mixed together. For now, be the last headline connected to the Duggar family.